Hi guys, welcome to FPL Goa, and today we're going to be making our picks for Game Week 26. We've got differentials, ones to watch, and our captain picks. So we're going to head straight into our differentials.
My differential pick for this double game week is Bertrand Traore. He's just owned by 0.9%, which is very good, I feel, because this double game week the differentials are going to be a very important game changer, I feel. And Aston Villa have good fixtures. They have Leeds away and Sheffield United away. And if there's any player after Watkins and Grealish to have good goal contribution, it is Bertrand Traore. And with Grealish out for this game week, it gives a higher chance for Bertrand Traore to make an impact on the game, I feel, and take responsibility. Leeds versus Leeds, they play the same way every game, and it's always a 50-50 chance for them to win or lose. They either win or they lose, and they are not consistent. But they won the last game, their last game. But I feel if Aston Villa play to their strengths, they can overcome this fixture. And Sheffield United are a very unhappy team right now, I feel, and they don't have any inspiration at the moment. And I feel Aston Villa can win both the games, and Bertrand Traore will be a really good pick for this game week.
My differential pick for game week 26 is Hugo Lloris. Spurs play Burnley at home and Fulham away from home in game week 26. Lloris is priced at 5.6 million and picked by 6.3% team. Spurs have kept most clean sheet against bottom 5 teams. Spurs have a good run of fixtures from now on. If you are thinking of getting a third Spurs asset for this game week, looking at the fixtures, I guess he would be a great choice, because Spurs are most likely to keep at least one clean sheet in this game week.
With the abysmal form that Spurs have been in, and if there's one person that stepped up during that time, then it has to be Gareth Bale. In the last 3 games in all competitions, he has 2 goals and 2 assists. Now both his goals did come in the Europa League, but I think he has shown glimpses of the damage that he can do. He hasn't exactly put on stellar performances, but in more minutes I'm sure he can be lethal. The double game week also serves as a cushion in case he blanks in one of the games, which is quite obvious. And Jose Mourinho would be crazy to bench him, given that Spurs have only won one of their last 5 games in the Premier League. In the 45 minutes he played against West Ham, he had 3 shots on goal and had made 1 key pass. While in the Europa League, he found the net 5 minutes after coming off the bench in the 73rd minutes against Wolfsburg. And if everything goes well, he doesn't get injured and continues to perform, then he could also be a shout for game week 20.
My differential for this game week is Kevin De Bruyne. I know it might be a really weird thing to classify Kevin De Bruyne as a differential considering the player he is, and especially during a double game week. But the reason is he hasn't been playing a lot of football due to his injury. But Pep Guardiola has come out and said that he is 100% fit for the weekend, and as he was 100% fit in midweek with play against Mönchengladbach also. So we do know that he's been rested midweek against Mönchengladbach, and as such he could be a really enticing option for Fantasy Premier League for the double game week, this game week. With the heavy amount of rotation that Pep Guardiola does in his teams, I think De Bruyne not playing the last 2 games sort of cements his place in the squad. And we know that Pep really did say that he will be making 5 to 6 changes or 6 to 7 changes for this game week. So we can expect to see Kevin De Bruyne starting at least one of the 2, if not 2. The likelihood is that he will start both of the games. And with we know De Bruyne's prowess in front of goal and his ability to get assists, it's really likely that he will. Coming to his opponents, West Ham United at home and Wolves at home. West Ham look really good defensively, and they're really good attacking as well. They are a good team in general right now, as well as Wolves. But I just think Man City is a completely different beast right now with the way they're playing, and Gundogan could, along with De Bruyne, get really high points total. Most of us do have Gundogan in our squad. We either have Gundogan and two defenders, or two defenders, maybe two and one defender and two attackers. But if that's the case, not many of us will be having De Bruyne. It'll either be Gundogan, or Foden, or Sterling. So De Bruyne is under the radar right now, and he could be there to really punish those who don't own him. So if you do want to take a punt on De Bruyne, it could be a really high risk. But for that assurance that he will play both of the games, and Pep saying that he will rotate heavily, De Bruyne could be a really good differential for this game week.
This double game week, 14 teams have the double game week, and United are one of them. And my one to watch for this game week is Bruno Fernandes. United play Chelsea away and Crystal Palace away, and I don't think there's much to say that about Bruno. He delivers every game week, and it's very rare you see him blank or not do well. And since this is a double game week, you can only expect great things. Chelsea away will be a tough fixture, I feel, since Tuchel has come into the side. But if United play on the break, I feel they can cause harm to Chelsea. Crystal Palace away seems like an easier fixture, since Zaha is doing well. He's recovering, but he's not fully fit. So without Zaha, Crystal Palace aren't even half of what they are with him. So I expect Bruno Fernandes to get some good points this game week again, and he'll be definitely a good one to watch.
My one to watch for game week 26 is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Everton play Southampton at home and West Brom away from home in game week 26. In the last 5 games, he has scored 2 goals, created 2 big chances, and had 10 shots on target. Last game, he looked deadly versus Liverpool after being subbed in at the 62nd minute. Since all the main players of Everton are back, the team will play well.
Watkins may have blanked in his last 2 games, but now both the teams that he goes up against are defensively vulnerable. Sheffield United maybe not so much, but there's a reason that they are bottom in the table. For those that have Bamford, Watkins will certainly be an upgrade for this game week. The striker has made 18 attempts on goal in his last 6 games, and once again his opponents in game week 26 make him an exciting prospect. Villa also go on to have a good run of fixtures until game week 30, and he could be a good long-term pick.
My ones to watch for this double game week is Ricardo Pereira from Leicester. Leicester play a double game week of Arsenal at home and Burnley away, which seems like a sort of moderate game week. I think Ricardo Pereira could be a good option because, for one main point, he is playing out of position right now. He's mostly, in the last few games, he's been playing as a right mid or a right winger. So as a defender, if your defender is playing really high up the pitch, it's really good for your FPL. His total ownership right now is very low. He's only owned by about 1% of the managers out there, and exactly the reason why he could be a really interesting one to watch. His price is slightly on the higher side with 5.9 million in FPL terms, but I think he could pay a dividend to his price, as Leicester are an attacking side, a counter-attacking side, and with Pereira playing high up, he has the potential to, get an assist or maybe creep into the box and get a goal. With Maddison being out for this game week, Pereira could pick up some of his creative duties and maybe move into a more central position, as he did in the Europa League once he did come on. He tried moving into the centre attacking midfielder position. So that could be a really interesting point of view, because if Pereira is playing as the attacking midfielder, at least some of the creativity is falling on his shoulders. So yeah, that's even more likely to get a goal and an assist. Arsenal aren't the best fixture, but Leicester do have a good record against them, especially Jamie Vardy, who loves to play against Arsenal. And with Ricardo Pereira on the wings, he could really pass and cross his balls to Jamie Vardy, who will be really looking to add to his tally against Arsenal. Burnley away, the game after Arsenal, aren't on the easiest fixture right now. Burnley do look good defensively, but again, if Pereira is out of position, he is really good in an attacking sense. We all know that, and yeah, he could very well be among the highest points getters this game week.
My captain pick for this double game week is Son. Spurs haven't been in a great form lately in the Premier League, but they have been thrashing teams in the Europa League. But this double game week could be the best time for it to come and could be a great fortune for them, since Spurs play Burnley at home and Fulham away, and these two could be the like the best fixtures they could have asked for at this moment, and it could be a game changer for them in the Premier League if they do well in both these games. And I would bank on Son for in this double game week over Harry Kane. I don't know why, but it's just a gut feeling that I have that Son is going to do really well. Burnley have a very strong and resilient defense, and it's very tough to break them down. They have kept many clean sheets, but the attack is not that great, and I feel Tottenham can get a win over there, but and against Fulham, I expect them to get a win. I'm sure they won't lose any game out of the two, so I feel Son could be a really great captain pick if Son and Harry Kane combine and do well for Spurs. And if they win both these games, it could be a turning point for them in the Premier League. And Son would be a great captain pick this game week.
My captain pick for game week 26 is Harry Kane. Spurs play Burnley at home and Fulham away from home in game week 26. Spurs have a good run of fixtures from now on. Kane in the last 4 games has scored 1 goal, created 4 big chances and had 13 shots on target. He has scored most of his goals against the bottom 8 teams this season. He's a good captaincy shout this game week.
Most owners will be looking at forwards and midfielders for the double game week 26 as their captain picks, and City players look like the safest bets. But I've decided to go with Cancelo as my captain pick, and I think he could be a differential captain pick. I don't need to talk about City's defense because it is the best in the league, and I think that should be common knowledge. Manchester City have 2 back-to-back double game weeks and all 4 games are at home. One of the plus points of having Cancelo could be the return of Kun Aguero. The Argentine is lethal in the box and could help convert Cancelo's crosses. The Portuguese is also not shy to shoot at goal, making 14 attempts in his last 7 games, and is also likely to pick bonus points if City keep clean sheets.
My captain pick for this game week is Harvey Barnes. Leicester have a pretty, I'd say, moderate game week. This game week they play Arsenal at home and Burnley away for their double. I think Harvey Barnes right now is the man you want to have in your team, and that is evident because more than 600,000 managers so far have transferred him in. So yeah, his total ownership has risen. It's about 17.5% now, which is really, really good. And at 6.9% with the form he's in, I don't think you should be missing out on Harvey Barnes. Coming to the form that he's in his last 5 game weeks, he's had 3 goals and 2 assists, so he's in really, really good form. Over the last 2 game weeks, he's had a goal and assist in each of his last 2, and he did the Liverpool at home in one of those and Villa away, who we know are a pretty good team defensively. So yeah, Harvey Barnes is really at the top of his game. There is a concern, however, this game week that Maddison is out, so that could affect Harvey Barnes in terms of passing to Harvey Barnes and scoring a goal, assist and creativity in general. But like I said, Leicester are in really good form right now. They are third in the league for a reason, and I think they will fill up Maddison's spot, albeit it might be a little on the lesser creative side. But I do think Harvey Barnes is still their main focal point of attack. He could be now in a more attacking role with likely ownership to create more chances rather than getting to the box and scoring more. So that is one to look out for. Coming to the opponents, Arsenal is their first fixture in the double, and Leicester against Arsenal historically has been really good for Leicester, especially for Jamie Vardy. But right now it's Arsenal. Arsenal could be fatigued because they did play in the Europa League, a really tough encounter versus Benfica. So it could be a really tough opponent to play Leicester this game week. And yeah, if you're worried about Leicester's form in the Europa League, they did play pretty badly against Slavia, but that was because they didn't have most of the starting 11. They didn't have, like I said, there wasn't any Barnes as well as both of their starting fullbacks, Castagna and Pereira. And right, that exactly is my point. Barnes could be a really good option when all people are fit. And yeah, Burnley after Arsenal are no pushovers either. They do have a sort of good right now and really good form, and captaining Barnes is certainly a differential captain, but it could pay a high reward considering the last 2 game weeks he's had 12 points and 13 points in each. So yeah, if he continues this form, it could be a really good captaincy choice.
There you go. We have a once to watch, differentials, and captain picks. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel and give us some feedback through the comment section. Thanks for watching again, and see you again soon next game week. Cheers.